Tonight, see what truly exists inside the world of the paranormal. Inside. Join the discussion and review some of the best paranormal evidence captures from a wide variety of experienced and up-and-coming investigators. See and hear what they capture, where they captured it, and how they captured it. Right now on Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence. But before we get started, I want to say welcome back to Yacobetti and Gonzalez from the other side of the pond.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
What a lovely chap he is. we didn't bring anything back, I swear.
Yeah, we're just happy to have you guys back.
Yeah, no, we're happy to be back. We missed you guys. I think you guys gave an update. Great show, by the way. We watched last week's show, and if we learned anything from that show is that somehow, in a form of shorthand more elaborate than she does as a court reporter, Todd was able to get the word MIG out of unexpectedly. That's magical from where we come from.
You can't blame autocorrect for that shit. You just can't.
Right. That's why when I saw it, when he corrected it, I'm like, how did you type MIG out of unexpectedly?
That was my favorite moment that Tony, because you could see it was stirring. He couldn't let it go. He's like,
no, I couldn't.
It was good, but the show was good. We had a great time. Just in case any of our new friends that we met are watching or tune into this later on, the people there could not have been more welcoming and kind to us. All four ladies who ran the event treated us really well. Karen Frey, specifically, her and her husband Eddie, who had passed away in recent years. Anything we needed, we had in seconds. They took care of everything, and the day tours to the different cities in these old historic cathedral, hundreds of years old, right?
Karen Frey and her husband were the original starters of the Festival of the Unexplained, and then he passed, and then the other ladies, 3 ladies, joined in to help her.
That is way cool.
They did such a fantastic job, and Ghost Strip Investigations, those guys that Tony had met them at Tombstone, super fun. Right.
The Holzer Files were fun. Dave is freaking funny.
Yeah, the Holzer Files. All 3 of them were really nice people. They were fun to work with. We sat on.
Shane is a sweetheart. Cindy picked up on my uncle that passed
in the gallery. Yeah,
and then she said, and he's with his grandson. And I had to think about it. I thought about it just last year. He's my second cousin. It's my cousin's son, who is his grandson. He passed in a car accident in California. Wow. So when I was like, oh my God, my cousin, like she picked up on that. And then she kept calling, she kept saying Papi. And I'm like, well, it's close. His name is Papo. But she really, he was a musician, he was a drummer. Like she picked up on a lot of stuff. I was amazed.
Yes. And she's been doing tours and sometimes doing her readings in comedy clubs. And she had a really sharp sense of wit. She was really good in front of the audience, interacting with people.
And she picked up on Joy McCaffrey too.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Anthony Seminelli's former teammate, Joe McCaffrey.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Picked up on. So it was really nice. The places were fantastic. People seemed really happy. The lecture, 10:30 Saturday morning, after people are out having dinner and drinks, we're like, who's coming? So I don't even want to see me at 10:30 in the morning. Anywhere.
And people were drinking.
Yeah, the room was packed. Everybody turned out for us. It was just, they couldn't have treated us better. So we do look forward to possibly being able to go back.
But we are happy we are back.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. But we did make great friends.
We're happy you are back.
We're happy you're back also.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So
and Cherie is not unfortunately with us tonight. She's having a rough day, so she's taking a break.
Don't blame her.
Don't blame her at all.
Yeah, she didn't work today. She had to take off to help all these different issues that appeared. So I feel really bad for her. So she's probably going to be sleeping soon, and she needs
she needs the rest.
Let her get some rest. But it's good to have everybody here. Before we introduce our guest, it's kind of in this. I just want to explain to everybody this was not planned at all, but it seemed to work out ironically for the situation that we've got going on here in North Carolina. So anybody that's been watching the news, we got hit pretty hard with Hurricane Helene. It came up through the upper coast of Florida, hit Tallahassee pretty hard. It went through Georgia, hit them pretty hard. But the hardest place that got hit, South Carolina is still without power, unfortunately. But the hardest place that got hit is we got hit pretty hard here in Charlotte. Thank God that Audra and I are on safe ground. We're on high ground. We had some flooding around us that blocked off some roads. So it was not great, but it wasn't horrible here. No. It could have been a lot worse. And our kids were in town at the time, which was really scary because they'd never seen anything worse than a monsoon up until that point. And Papa Chris was up at 5 a.m. watching the storm to make sure if we needed to get into the closet for any reason because we had tornadoes in the area, that we would be okay. But unfortunately, and I hate to say this, the western part of North Carolina was hit so bad, the mountain towns, and some of you might have seen my post, have been completely demolished. There's hundreds of thousands of people that are cut off from food, water, gas. They can't get out of their own homes. Some of their homes are completely gone. It is the worst devastation that North Carolina has seen with any hurricane in the history of the state since 1916, they said. And I just wanted to bring that up because prayers go out to those people, guys. We're fighting to try and get some government assistance, but we have Florida sent help, Canada sending help. We've got the National Guard's been in there. Our local police just left today to go up and help. My neighbor's a firefighter. He got deployed today to go up and help. So there's a lot of resources that they're pushing up there to try and get those people help, food and water. So make sure you keep all those people in your prayers, guys, because it is without a doubt a disaster. Just that, if you guys could see the photos, the town of Chimney Rock, the before and after, the town is completely gone and all the roads have washed out. People can't leave. Some of the people don't have homes anymore. I mean, homes that have been in generations for 4 or 5 generations are completely wiped out and gone. I mean, literally gone. There's a video of a whole house going down the river and knocking out a bridge. It's pretty horrible. But the reason I give you all of that is because the guests that we have tonight are actually North Carolina guests. Yep. This is Scott Reddick of PPIT. And you've seen this gentleman in the chat, Ash the Inspector Redden, is now he's in law enforcement, just like Scott used to be. Now Scott's a first responder. So Ash is going to join us tonight because he is actually working with PPIT, and we're all doing a private investigation this weekend together, which is fantastic. We've done a few together. But I want to say welcome to those guys, but make sure that you keep North Carolina in your prayers, guys, not to mention all the other areas that were affected, like Eastern Tennessee and stuff like that. But North Carolina is just unexpectedly Western North Carolina is a complete wasteland. It looks like Ukraine after the Russian bombings right now. And I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not making light of it by any means. So keep those guys in your prayers, guys. But it is ironic that we just happened to schedule a team from North Carolina tonight. Everybody say hello to Ash the Inspector and Scott Reddick from PPIT.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back, guys.
Well,
for the first time.
Welcome back, Chris. I mean, the coast of North Carolina has the infrastructure to handle a hurricane of that nature because they get hit with hurricanes all the time. And I mean, we kind of joke out at the coast that we don't really start, talking about a hurricane until it reaches a Category 3 in North Carolina out on the coast. But this one snuck up behind us and went up through the mountains.
Went up through the mountains, I know.
They were not ready for it. So
no. So just to give you guys a concept, one of the rivers was putting out 1.5 million gallons a second. Wow. Niagara Falls only puts out 750 million gallons a second. So to give you a concept, and that water went through about 7 different towns when it went through. So to give you guys a concept of what they had to deal with, it just they didn't have time to react. They didn't have half of them didn't have time to get out. I've been sharing posts about people that are still missing that they're looking for. It is a catastrophic event, and we really need to pray for those guys. But thank God we're all blessed. We're all safe. The four of us that you're seeing here that are in North Carolina, we didn't get hit as hard as they did. Thank God, we were blessed in that way. But send our blessings out to those that didn't get what we got. So,
yeah. And Chris, there's a comment there too from Tony William from Interstate Paranormal down by Delaware posted something too. I think he's pretty much in league with what you had been saying online earlier, but I thought if you could pop that up there. And then also Jim Royer, hello. Hey, how you doing? There it is right there. Oh.
Yeah, agreed. We do have our local
and
fire
guys,
and police, though.
I'm always local, and everybody knows it. You've already seen my post. I mean, our government is waiting for FEMA numbers, and I'm going to say it, even though I probably shouldn't on the show, but they're waiting for FEMA numbers to react. Guys, they should have reacted Saturday. The minute the rain stopped, they should have reacted. We're going on 4 days now of people without medicine, without gas, without food, without water. 4 days.
Without power.
Right.
Without any kind of communication, anything. So screw FEMA. Quit waiting on numbers. Put people on the ground, start helping people and saving lives. That's all that matters.
Yep.
Now that I'm off my soapbox, we'll get back to the show. Sorry, guys. I had to vent.
No, that's all right. We led you into it a little bit because I thought it was important. I saw that Antonio William had a similar sentiment to what you had posted earlier. And we do hope that people get the help they need as soon as they can get the help they need.
Yep.
All right. So we've had Scott on before, so nobody wants to hear his bullshit. Everybody say hello to Ash the Inspector.
Hi, Ashton.
Hello.
Welcome to Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence. Everybody their first time has to come in and tell us a little bit about their background. This is very, very, very close and important to me. And tell us how you got involved in the paranormal.
It's like every other story, like everybody ever says. As a child, I had hauntings and full body apparitions, and you hear your name being called, and you hear voices in other rooms, and then you stop believing in that crazy stuff, and you kind of grow up, and you're like, it's just nonsense. And then it got kind of fun hanging out with my big brother there. He was my FTO, and on third shift patrol, we'd go out ghost hunting. And then I was on a team back in like 91, 92 with a bunch of other guys. This is back when VHS tapes were big. And we go to Barnes & Nobles and meet and read ghost books. And then finally I was like, you know what? I'm getting older. It's interesting me. I don't care what people think. Because a lot of times you catch a lot of flack for being a ghost investigator or a ghost hunter. I don't care now. It's whatever. And I was like, let's go for it. I'm not getting any younger. And I know Scott started his up. He had the cojones to start it up and do it. And I was like, I'll hang out in the shadows and see how it goes. And if it goes well, I'll jump in. And it's going well, so I jumped in.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ash was a big part of helping me set the team up in the initial stages. He would monitor. At the time, we were just communicating with people through Facebook Messenger, and Ash was, I made him an admin on that, in the early beginnings of it, and he would answer up, talk to potential clients and stuff, and get information for us and whatnot. And he, like he said, he was kind of in the background a lot up until we really got rolling, and I think he finally got to a point in his career. He continued on his law enforcement career and got to a point where he can participate now. So
yeah. And my background is basically crime scene forensics. I'm like really highly trained in that stuff, so I try to bring some of that to investigations and like interview, interrogation, just a bunch of stuff that kind of meshes well with this kind of stuff. I don't know, just different perspective in investigations, I think. And it's fun. It's more fun than I thought it'd be.
Fantastic. So first of all, as a group, I'd like to thank you guys for the service that you guys provide to your communities, right?
thank you.
Lifelong services. Scott used to be in law enforcement. Now he's in EMS. He helps people. And Ash, a career guy that's been in law enforcement. Thank you so much for what you guys give. I don't think people identify how much sacrifice that you guys give each day to what you do. And I just want to make sure I get that out there. So I was a part-timer. I don't consider.
Carmela, there's just tripods in there.
I knew that was going to come up.
Yeah. I'm not surprised at who brought it up.
Yeah.
Chameleon.
So I talked to Scott before the show about that bag, and that's actually his paranormal equipment. And for those of us that are in the paranormal, that is our drug money.
It is.
That is our drug money. We get our fix.
True.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah. It's
So-
not exactly a cheap hobby.
No, it's not.
Drugs are the paranormal.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Good answer. Good answer. Survey says number 1.
So the evidence that you guys have tonight is from a specific investigation. Do you guys want to talk about that investigation before we start showing the evidence? Because as much evidence as you guys have brought to the show, there's my word. brought.
Sorry, that one made me laugh.
Yeah.
That one made me laugh.
Get him on board.
Every week.
I
one
never heard
word.
that one.
Yeah.
I know
If he,
Rotten.
yeah. If he's taught us anything.
Broughton in North Carolina is what we call barbecuing on the grill. We've got some brats on the grill. We're Broughton tonight.
No, it used to be a mental health hospital.
it was built in 1932, I think, if I did my research correct.
Right.
Gone through a lot of owners. It's been a lot of places. The Trivet Clinic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's as soon as you walk in. Well, you'll see the evidence. As soon as we walked in, it was on. It was just all kinds of stuff. We had a lot of people, and everybody got a piece of it. Everybody got evidence.
Yeah.
Feels like it was really good, really incredible.
Chris and Otter were with us.
Yep.
It was a just a big old family of friends type investigation. It's in North Carolina, it's definitely one of the kind of a bucket list location for North Carolina teams. But it's, as soon as you walk in, you can about feel it in the air there.
She'll walk in hell from the parking lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Well, yeah. So,
For everybody watching real quick, sorry, Scott. So the Trivet Clinic is said to have, they do investigations all the time. And for an investigation place, if you guys ever get down to North Carolina, it's $150 for the first 3 people and $50 individual after that. And the two gentlemen that own the property let you get in there 6, 7 o'clock at night and just lock up when you leave, right?
Yeah.
That's how cool this place is. But multiple places and people, Alex Matsu did a whole book on this location. Mm-hmm. Different groups have recorded approximately 70 different spirits in and on the property.
mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you right now, what you're going to see tonight is just a portion of what Scott, Ash, and PPIT caught. It doesn't even include the stuff Audra and I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't throw any of our stuff in there. One, because I have like 9 EVPs and I've only done like 2 hours worth of the review and still have like 38 hours worth of review left to do.
Yeah,
This place, every time we've been there, it's just been utterly phenomenal.
if I'm not mistaken, a couple of the clips that I sent in were from our investigators, Zach and Mike Bennett, their first trip there. We got some good stuff as well. So
It's very cool, Jennifer.
yeah.
Sure.
So
Yeah. And I do want to mention one thing. So we broke up into teams. Audra, I, Ash, and Everett were Team A.
Yeah.
mhm.
Team A. And we broke up into 3 different areas. One team went to the second floor. One team went to the basement because there's a lot of audio interference if you're on the first floor. Team A got stuck outside.
Long time.
Okay, it was only supposed to be like 30 minutes. We were outside for an hour, and it was like 32 degrees, freezing our ass off.
It was cold.
And then when we got inside, they kicked us out real quick. The switch. It's like we just got in here.
Right. So we hadn't even gotten over the hypothermia yet before they were switching again. Okay, now I'll let you guys speak. Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
Yeah, it was a little chilly that night.
It's okay. Eventually, I'll grow that toe back, Scott. That's good.
All right.
I told you we act like asses on the show. I'm just the main ass. It's okay.
You fit right in.
I got the title. So we're going to go ahead and start with this first one, and then we'll talk about it.
All right.
Here we go. Did y'all catch that?
Very quiet at the end, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you do it again?
Yes. Yeah. So right towards the last 4 seconds.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Very good.
Sounds like a female whisper. I couldn't make out what it was saying though.
They're here.
They're here.
Is it they're here? Does it sound like?
Yes, like I know we were talking about how cold it was, and I wanted to get a shot of the team entering. The only people inside were Chris and Zach. Everybody else was out in the park. All the females are in the parking lot. So I had my dual camera where the front camera's recording and the back camera's recording, and I'm walking in trying to get the team to walk in, and we're all, it's like, man, it's cold out here, and then what I hear is the voice saying either come in here or it's cold in here. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm about deaf anyway, it feels like sometimes compared to you guys. You guys are really good at this.
I definitely heard Erica.
That's what I was going to say. I thought it said, call me Erica.
I heard something Erica. I definitely heard the Erica. And that was before I even read. I'm like, I heard an Erica. And Chris is like, well, yeah, it's right there. I'm like, why? I didn't even read it. So
I thought you said it's cold in here because we were just talking about how cold it was out there.
I can play it again.
Yeah, please.
Play it again.
Yeah, indeed, you could.
All right, here we go.
Indeed.
Bloody hell.
It's cold. I don't know.
Definitely. I hear cold in here.
That's what I hear. Now I'm hearing it. I hear cold in here. I do.
I could hear where the Erica was also. Yeah, I would probably, if I was you guys, I would play that one slow in software, kind of break it down and see if you can isolate the spikes in the audio if such a thing exists.
I mean, this is a clear example when people are hearing different things, but obviously there's a voice there, right?
Yeah.
There's a voice there.
Yeah, that's not debatable.
Yeah. There's actually something a little before that, Scott, that's very, very soft.
Yeah. It's something light, but I don't know. It could be, I don't know. It's just,
yeah.
I
don't know what it is, but there was definitely something there too.
Yeah. I mean, and if it is, it's cold in here, then that would kind of lend you to, I think that's an intelligent response of some kind, instead of something residual. But
I don't know, because Call Me Erica could be her introducing herself too.
That's true.
Ash was walking backwards.
Yeah.
Maybe she liked his butt and was introducing herself to him.
I get that a lot.
All right, so now we're going to show a picture. And Scott, I want you to, because it was me, you, and Zach outside, give us the background of this picture.
Okay, so that's the comparison shot that I took moments after Zach Bennett got something completely different there. So as you can see, I don't know, are you able to zoom in on this?
No, unfortunately. You know what? Let me change it up a little.
Yeah.
I should have been prepared against Scott calling me out on the air.
I honestly, I don't know how that.
I'm messing with you, Scott. Totally messing with you, bud.
But yeah, zoom in on the window.
So,
What was her name in that room? Did she have a name? I can't remember.
yes, what was her name again? Irma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's it.
Okay, so you can see this in this shot. Nothing there. It looks just, plain. You can see the window on the other side of the wall, the cabinet in the corner, and everything. The reflections of the limbs coming from the trees there. Now, pull up, and this was taken just moments after the one that
Zach's original.
Yeah.
So a little bit more background about this room. We showed an EVP. This is the EVP I showed on our broadcast of the Trivet Clinic when I caught the old lady saying, "It's my room." When I kept hearing it over and over again, we caught the EVP. Yeah. So Irma was a 20-some-odd-year-old woman that had a child out of wedlock.
Yeah.
And they took the child from her when it was born and told her that it died and then locked her in this room so she couldn't be promiscuous anymore. You want the other one first?
Yeah, see the other one. It's not really showing up well.
This isn't the direct photo.
Yeah.
But see the figure standing in the glass here? This is reverse contrasted, guys. Did you send me the wrong one, Scott?
No. That's the one.
Okay.
No.
So give more of the backstory of why the pictures were taken.
Well, there's supposed to be a lady standing in the window there. I'm looking through and I'm making sure I didn't send you the wrong one. I'm pulling up the stuff that I got from Zach. Let's see. Come on.
I got it. It's a pretty distinctive photo. Is everybody seeing what Scott's referring to? So the original photo was a reverse contrast. It's actually darker than this. Mm-hmm. And you could see a shadow figure standing in the window. And Scott and Zach and I were standing out front, and I went, "She's standing in the window." And when Zach snapped the photo.
And that's right. Y'all radioed us and asked if we was in that room, and we were at the other end of the house.
Mm-hmm.
So when Zach snapped this photo, this was it looked like a shadow figure standing in the window. This is the reverse contrast that's zoomed in a little bit. This is where the shadow figure was standing, and this is what the reverse contrast came out of. So to give you, damn it.
I'm looking real quick.
And this, Scott took from a slightly different angle. But standing out in front of this window, while Scott's looking for that, you could see the entire room.
There should not have been anything blocking.
There should not have been anything blocking it at all.
Or, yeah.
Just out of curiosity, I don't know this place at all, but I'm going to guess that's either the north or the south side of the building.
It is east.
Mm-hmm. Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because I can't tell the time of night, but in the other shot, and I'm trying to contrast the time difference between this shot, which appears to have been shot later compared to the last one you were at, because you can see the sunlight coming through the other windows, coming through this window and shining on the side of the house, which means the sun always sets in the west. which means the windows on the other side have to be a west exposure.
The windows on the other side are north.
How is that possible?
This is the east side of the house. The west is the opposite side.
What time of day was this taken?
This was actually taken after the sun was behind the trees. The reason this looks like it's daylight compared to the other one is because Zach reverse contrasted it.
Well, no, these were also long exposure photos as well.
Oh,
I'm looking to see.
So if you look, Tony, see the sky? The sun had already gone down on the exact opposite side of this house. This is
I see it. Go back to the zoom in on Zach's photos.
Original one or the contrast
This one?
That one will work right there. Okay, come up to the left side window. Okay.
Yeah.
Zoom out a little bit. When you zoom in too much, you miss it. See her face right there?
Yeah.
Go to the left side window. Right, and that top on the bottom sash. Go to the top left pane.
Up here?
No, other window.
Right here.
No, go down to the bottom sash.
That's as far down as it goes, brother.
Go up just a little bit. Move your cursor up and go slightly to the left. Slightly to the left. And
right
if you see right there, see that face right there?
No.
No, I'm seeing this.
Yeah.
Looks like her arms are crossed. She's holding her wrist. That's what I'm seeing.
Okay, I see it.
But this photo was not as bright as it looks. This is reverse contrast.
Yeah.
So this was taken literally 15 seconds before this one was.
Yeah.
That's an actual stain on the building, Tony. See it?
yeah, I can see it there.
Yeah. And Zach was.
So you can see the stars. This was twilight. This was after the sun had gone way down behind the trees on the opposite side of the building.
Zach was using an iPhone. I forget what model he uses. But this one was taken with mine, which was a Samsung Galaxy.
We won't hold you.
3 Ultra.
We won't hold that against you, Scott.
Yeah,
So the windows you're seeing back there, Tony, are north facing.
Okay. Well, now on that shot, I can clearly see it looks like stained brick, not white.
Yeah. So, and I think at this point I already had my camera mounted on a tripod.
Yeah.
So
Scott, Zach literally took the original picture.
Yeah, it was the original picture.
15 seconds before Scott shot this.
I was walking. I think I was walking up behind you when he took the original picture. I was like, a few seconds, and y'all looked at it and said, "Oh, look, there's somebody standing there." So I was like, "Okay, let me get take a shot up there, and if anything, we get at least a comparison shot, of it." And
so side by side, same time of day. This is reverse contrast.
Yeah, and
so what you're seeing here is this stain in the brick.
Yeah, these two pictures were taken within, just moments of each other. So.
Next.
Let's bring up the next. We spend a lot of time on photos.
But
And they're
So, but
looks like
I've got the picture that Zach sent me pulled up on my other computer now, and I can see what you're talking about. But
what is weird is I remember me, Chris, and Everett were walking through the parking lot back, and I saw a black figure in that window.
I remember you saying that.
pointed my camera at it. My camera didn't pick it up, so I don't know if I wanted to see it that bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I saw it. I saw the figure standing there, and then my camera didn't pick it up. It was kind of weird. But
It's definitely an interesting room.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you what a kind of an investigator Ash is. We were getting multiple things out of that room. We've gotten EVPs out of that room. Irma's in that room. We heard some sounds coming out of that room. Ash goes in and lays on her bed.
yeah. My back was hurting. I was like, lay down in bed, Irma.
It was a comfy bed.
It was. What?
All right, so everybody, if you have earphones on, turn it up. If you're not having earphones on, turn up your speakers. This next one is the second floor. Here we go.
What are they talking about? What?
I heard a baby cry.
Oh. We caught a baby crying here last time we were here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Take care.
Very faint.
It's very faint.
But it's echoey, like she's calling down the hall. Hello.
Right. And the way we had, we knew that there was possibility of sound contamination there from Zach and Mike's first visit there. So we had decided that when we were investigating, we'd have a team in the basement, a team on the second floor, and a team outside, leaving the first floor completely empty to put that level of separation to, eliminate any kind of sound contamination. Because, I mean, if a cat were to walk across the floor in that house, you're going to hear it. If it walks across the first floor, you're going to hear it throughout the entire house.
Right.
So,
So there was nobody on the first floor, and that was Zach, Heather, and Jennifer on the second floor. Heather was using I think it was a Phasma box program on a laptop, and they were getting some responses and everything, and then Zach was filming Heather, her responses and everything, and it picked up that hello, and it's very faint, but yeah.
Can you play that one more time, Chris? I'm very curious because it kind of looked, before you do, it kind of looked like you guys heard it because there seemed to be some reaction to it.
Heather had heard through the Phasma box, heard a baby cry on it, and of course she has headphones on and she can't hear what's going on outside of that. And
I'm gonna have to listen to it again because maybe I'm not hearing what you're identifying, but I agree with Audra completely that it's got an echo to it.
Yeah.
In order for it to have an echo, it's got to be a physical sound wave. A physical sound wave can only be produced by human voice or what's called direct voice, meaning if you heard it with your own ears, which is a paranormal phenomena, but it has to be either direct voice or it's human speech. So could you play it one more time?
Yeah, it's reloading because I deleted it before you asked.
Oh, okay.
You're okay.
He didn't waste time, did he?
No.
So I heard.
Otherwise, I lose.
I heard 1, 2, possibly even 3 words. You're only hearing one. Maybe I'm not hearing the right part.
Yeah.
Let me play it from here.
And Tony, you're suggesting that this is an audible environmental voice, not from the app.
Correct.
Right.
Well, I don't know that. It could easily have been the app as well if that was an audible range to them. Yeah. Now, microphones on recorders are super sensitive and can pick up audible, physical waves that even the human ear can't hear.
Right.
So that's why I asked if they heard it. But because there's an echo to it, that means the audible wave is bouncing, and it's got to be voice, possibly direct voice, or the machine.
And that's possible because even when we were talking there, you could hear it echoing through the house.
Correct. Right.
But
an EVP, because there's not an actual physical sound wave, wouldn't do that.
I agree 100%. That was my thought. Was I either thought what Tony said first was correct, that it was environmental, like direct voice, but if it was a sensitive microphone picking up the headphones, which, if I'm not mistaken, that the app was only running through the headphones.
That's correct. Yeah.
It did pick up trace elements of the sound from being close enough to the headphones. That could also provide the echo part of it, which I think was the other suggestion that Tony had. So, yeah, I agree that that's the two ways I would see it also.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys ready? Here we go.
That,
I heard a baby cry.
We caught a baby crying here last time we were here.
It sounds worse now.
So there's two of them there. There's a softer one first, directly followed by a much louder one. So I'm not sure which one you're identifying, but there's two sort of echoey, speech sounding, and I use that word because I'm not sure what the second one is, but there's definitely something there. What it's identified as, that I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I mean, Heather's clearly saying that over the fast one box, she heard a baby crying. And
you didn't hear hello.
It does not. I mean, it doesn't remotely sound like a baby crying to me, but I mean, that's.
Yeah, not sure if it was a baby crying or if it was a muffled voice.
Right.
But if she's wearing the earphones, it wouldn't have been muffled to her. It would have been popping.
Right.
Interesting. All right. So the next one. So this one is not necessarily paranormal, but it is at the same time. So it's about a 2-minute clip with audio, and I want you guys to listen to it because this is pretty cool. All right, here we go. Pay really close attention to the words.
Static calm on the block, whispers in the wire. Ghost in the static, burning hot like fire. Spirit talk breaking through, electrifying the hood. Texas spirits chopping game, hit them where it's good. Fifth poltergeist cruising, specters riding slow. Rolling on the frequency, watch the static flow. Tupac on the AM, Biggie on the FM. Static calm encryption, can't nobody test them. Hum the airwaves, our music's with the soul. Static visions from the grave they patrol. Electromagnetic gangster rise up from the dead. Static revolution, we stay infrared.
Oh my God, that was awesome.
So
thank you.
Yeah.
So Scott created this with AI, and it goes on for 2 minutes. I didn't play the whole thing.
Yeah.
But there's a second one that I want you to listen to, and I really want to go through this whole thing because this one. I was wondering where you went. So I knew you guys needed a theme song. Scott made it up. I figured that you could put this one on the soundtrack.
I had my tinfoil glasses that Tony loved, but I couldn't find them fast enough.
I thought I was blocked actually, and then I saw myself in a little corner. I said, "What the shit that can really see me?"
We saw you dancing. Yeah. The bad part is the people couldn't see Ron dancing. That was.
Oh yeah, and best they don't.
Scott also did another one for Rathman, and I'm going to play this one almost its entirety because this one is hilarious.
Uh-oh.
And then we'll get back to the paranormal evidence. This is where we go off the rails a little bit.
Paranormal evidence.
Paranormal related,
So,
anyhow.
yeah, paranormal related. So listen closely to the words of this one. Here we go.
Saw a shadow in the dark alleyway, jumping like a cat, but he ain't no stray. Heard the whispers, the legends groan. They say he's a ghost, but he's not alone. Saw him at the grocery aisle, stacking cheese puffs in a ghostly style. His eyes they glowed like a kitchen light, but you know he's gone before daylight. Ghost saw him the rat man, eating snacks like a madman, spooking folks with a soda can. Whoa, rat man. He can step in the midnight fog when you spot him munching corn dog. His laughter echoes through the mist. Listen close, you can't resist. He fills his eyes with an eerie grin. Taco trucks, he sneaks right in. While you're scared of things that crawl, he's chilling, eating nachos, y'all. The ghost call him the rat man, eating snacks like a madman, spooking folks with a soda can. Whoa, rat man. Rat man. The ghost call him the rat man, eating snacks like a madman, spooking folks with a soda can. Whoa, the rat man. The ghost call him the rat man, eating snacks like a madman, spooking folks with a soda can. Whoa, the rat man. Take a step in the midnight fog when you spot him munching corn dog. His laughter echoes through the mist. Listen close, you can't resist. He steals your fries with an eerie grin. Taco trucks, he sneaks right in. While you're scared of things that crawl, he's chilling, taking nachos, y'all. Don't call him the rat.
That's great. That is amazing, Scott. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my God, Scott, that was. You need to email me a copy of that. That was.
I will definitely do that. The background of that is Ash. When Ash came on board, we started discussing how to rebrand our social media and whatnot. So I've invested in an AI music generator to help create some music for some of our content we're going to be posting and everything. And just to test it out, I was like, what can I do? I'm like, well, let's do one for Tony, because on Static Com, they're always saying his name, but also when you see him on the show, he's always eating.
Always.
So you put those parameters in, and that's what it came up with.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
And,
Great.
and I put one in for Static Com as well. I thought y'all would really like that.
Yeah, they're great. It's amazing
Very
stuff.
funny. Very funny. Yeah, that's awesome. The rat man.
Yeah.
That was very enjoyable.
Eating snacks like a madman.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
If you could have just got pizza in there somewhere, it would have been
right
great.
in.
I like it when it slows down towards the end there and it gets that emotional song about him going after the taco truck and
So accurate.
I'm reading comments. Apparently, we made everybody hungry now. So
Yeah, seriously.
Do we need like an intermission for the show? Where you like a break?
I have a hankering for nachos now. That's fun. And little do you know, Tony's got snacks right in front of him as we speak.
Of course. I have homemade Alfredo, which I'm dipping in Ritz crackers because I didn't have time to make any real food. Yeah.
All right. What do y'all say we get back to paranormal? Well, that was paranormal. Let's
Yeah.
get back to some evidence. Evidence. All right. Here we go. Disembodied child's voice. Here we go.
That one I liked.
Yeah.
Definitely a child's voice. No echo to it at all.
Right.
Clearly following all the parameters of what EVP sounds like, functions like. That was great.
Right. It just goes back to how we, our normal operating procedures. When we're doing setup, very first thing we set up is stationary recorders everywhere, because you never know when you're going to catch something. Where you can hear us talking there, we're right in the middle of setting everything else up. We're not even paying attention to what's going on around us. We're letting the recorders catch it. So, that's where we got that one. I think that was off of Mike Bennett's recorder, if I recall right. One of the ones he had put down.
Well, and timing and relevance too. There's a child recorded in the basement, goes by Majesty. They've gotten responses on it, and there's a child on the second floor. They've never confirmed a name on, but there's also a child on the second floor, and you can tell that recorder was on the first floor. That was picking up something from a different floor.
Right.
Is the voice there twice in two different? Because I heard it twice.
Yeah.
There is a secondary one with the same voice. Roger thinks it says "not in here" or "can you hear?"
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very well could be. And the picture that you guys are seeing that Scott placed on the videos, that is actually on the stairwell in the Trivet Clinic, and those were the people that were present at the time. And I can tell you right now, some of the ladies in there have an alto, but they don't have a soprano or higher tone that would have picked up and sounded like a child's voice. So. This next one kind of cracks me up a little bit. This is actually Ash. And his reaction is phenomenal. All right, here we go.
Oh, which one?
Holy shit, mark that. Say that again.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Disembodied voice in my left ear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was sitting there, just quietly sitting in that room by myself, and I don't know what she said. It's like she said "hot," typical for me. Not really. But
what was the 40s music playing?
Okay, so Everett was using, he was streaming some music in, period music to the location.
So trigger object. So it was
trigger object.
I just wanted to make sure it was something you had actually intended. Okay.
Yeah. We had discussed that beforehand because the Trivet Clinic's been used for several different things, and we were thinking, well, what could we use to elicit some response? So Eric was like, let's try some period correct music.
Yeah, no, great idea.
Yeah,
very good idea. I was just wanted to make sure that it was purposeful. Yeah. Sorry, Ash, go ahead.
No, it is his idea, the old ghost squatch there, old ghost squatcher. And so we started playing that music, and I know that everybody was having a little bit of experience in that little sitting room. Girls were in there. Audra was in there with her K2 meter. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Y'all were getting stuff, and then I sit there for a while. Everybody left. I was sitting there, and then I heard that disembodied voice right in my ear, and I was like, "Oh, mark that." I have video of it, but the lens was blurry. I just got the audio, but yeah.
So when you heard it in your left ear, did it sound like a loud whisper? Can you feel something, or what did it feel to you?
I didn't feel anything. It just was conversation level sound of a voice, like that kind of.
You can hear that. You can hear that on the recording. You know that, right? It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
You're-
I don't know what it says. You know.
But you perceived it to be something outside of you, and that's something that you heard inside your mind, right?
Yeah, because
Okay.
that's why I said market. I was like, holy crap, that's how I kind of keep track of stuff. But yeah, I haven't heard a disembodied voice since I was a kid, and that was kind of startling to me.
Yeah, if we could play it again, and if I'm not mistaken, that song is "In the Mood."
Yeah, I love that song.
You know 1940s music?
Oh, I love 19s. I love, yeah.
My family came from the whole big bands era playing.
Oh, okay. Right
music
on.
and stuff. Yeah, so I grew up listening to a lot of those things.
Awesome. Let's play it again. Here we go.
Not the Rathman song, though. That's totally new to me. And I love it.
That's moving up in the charts.
I would join
Number one hit pretty soon.
That's right. All right, here we go. All right, let's take a listen again.
Holy shit, mark that. Say that again.
There was some, after
Say
you
what?
say that again, there's a second voice.
Is there?
Listen close. Right after you go say that again, there's another voice.
I heard the hot though.
It sounds like hot, yeah.
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 Listen to right after you say that again. There's a slight second voice. Here we go.
Oh wow, I didn't hear that one.
Yeah. Here we go.
Holy shit, mark that. Say that again.
Oh yeah, I hear it now.
That's what I said twice. Right after he says say it again, it sounds like the same thing that was said the first time.
I never heard that till now.
Yeah, I did. I didn't pick up on that either. But yeah,
I gotta say, I got the full. Here, I have to look at it harder next time. Okay.
so that would be an intelligent response to a request.
Question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. We only heard it the one time. We were trying to hear it for the second time. I did not hear it.
It's really very light, but it's very light.
Second one.
The first one's for sure.
Yeah.
That's clear.
Yeah.
All right. So the next piece is we've got the disembodied growl on the FLIR. And where was the FLIR at, Scott? Just the one in the basement?
Hold on. Let me. Okay, that's gonna be from Mike and Zach's first trip to Tala. I believe this was down in the basement.
All right, here we go.
It almost sounds like a mountain lion or something.
Yeah.
That's what I think it sounds like to me. But
That is exactly what it sounds like. Can you play it one more time, Chris?
Yeah. This is the part where Chris ran out of the basement. I'm just kidding. All right, here we go.
I hear it now. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was somebody saying "wow" upstairs.
I thought that was a person from a distance, but
Now, North Carolina, bobcats or mountain lions are indigenous to North Carolina, but not in that area of North Carolina. If I'm correct, would that be correct, Ash?
Bro, I don't know. I'm a cop.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if there was a fucking bobcat lion out there and you left us out there for an hour, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Yeah, they're not indigenous to that area, but further west to, like in the areas where the hurricane hit.
Yeah.
That's where they're more indigenous. So.
Interesting.
Don't ask me. I ain't been here that long.
you got to read between the lines.
Yeah. No wonder you left our shit outside for an hour and 15 minutes because there's a fucking bobcat out there. All right, this next one, basement get out, which is actually this is a common one in that basement. So the records of the basement is they've caught get out. There's an angry older gentleman in there. This is where Majesty is. Multiple shadow figures in the basement, but multiple people
Definitely
have
a grumpy
caught.
old man.
Yeah, definitely a grumpy old man. What they call him, Harold, didn't they?
I think so.
Yeah. And this is definitely this is a common one found in the basement at the Trivet Clinic. Here we go.
Did you come here when it was a club?
This thing even open.
I was wondering the same thing.
Yep. Hang down. Coming down. I found the vibrating one. So it was.
Yeah.
Very clear.
Yeah, this was a stationary recorder in the basement while me, Mike, Tori, and Michaela were down there. I had gone upstairs. We kept hearing a vibrating noise from a piece of equipment that was still left up. We'd set kind of the command post up in the kitchen, and our internet hotspot is an iPhone. And I forgot to take it off of vibrate, and we were getting some messages across one of the apps on there, and it kept vibrating. We were like, "What is that noise?" So I go up there and investigate that, and I'm coming back down the stairs, and that's when we get that EVP.
I have two questions. One, were there any wooden chairs? Because I heard the get out. Now, clear as can be, but I hear another sound that sounds similar to your cat sound, which I'm curious if there were wooden chairs, because it sounds like a wooden chair being dragged across cement or wood or.
I think there are some wooden chairs down there, and there's some metal chairs as well.
Right on.
We were all standing. So
Okay. If you play that one again, because I want to hear the get out again, very, very loud, clear, very clear. But I for a certain reason, I want to hear it again. But listen, I think it's right before it. You'll hear that what sounds like a wooden chair leg being drugged just real shortly. Go ahead and play that again.
There we go.
Did you come here when it was a club?
This thing even open.
I was wondering the same thing.
Yep. Hang down. Coming down. I found the vibrating one. So it was.
Damn, you have a really.
I heard it.
That sounded like Scott farting.
Well, I mean,
and that's what the cat sounded like to me. Was a much higher pitched, louder wooden chair being pushed, dragged. I could be wrong, but you just said there were wooden chairs there, and I had no idea of that. So that's what it sounds like to me.
I mean, I completely missed. We completely missed that on the review. I mean, I probably when we heard the Get Out, we were like, oh, we're going to focus on that.
And the Get Out is super clear.
Yep.
No doubt about it. I just heard
That's
what I thought could be a wooden chair, and then relayed it back to the one we listened to before.
yeah, and we were all standing during that session.
The Get Out session, right?
Yeah. While we were down in that basement, and that's a good pickup, Tony.
Thank you. I could be wrong, but I just
no. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So
now, the steps. I think the steps are pretty creaky, though. You think?
Yeah, but that sounded like something going across the floor.
Creaky and crooked as hell.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. You watch your step on the going down there, or you're going to end up on your face.
Oh, seriously, guys, the steps. So the center of the house used to have, in the basement, they used to have supporting walls because Dr. Trivick, his brother was a dentist in the basement, and you can see where the walls used to be. When they removed those walls, the center of the house sunk a little bit. So you get a little of a disoriented feeling on the second floor. And in the basement, the stairs have shifted to where like every other one is like this. And you can't walk down that stairs drunk or you'll fall on your ass.
Yeah.
Walking down sober
right now.
Yeah. So yeah, it could have been like Ash brings up. It could have been the stairs could also make that noise too. Very much so.
Yeah, like I said, it just sounds like wood to me, and that could very well. I mean, I wasn't there; I have no idea. But just
another possibility could be the door at the top of the stairs. It had automatic had a closing device to pull the door to. So it could have been the sound of the bottom of that door going across the floor as well.
Could have been a wooden mountain lion.
A wooden mountain lion, yeah.
Well, you know.
We have
Too soon.
Yeah,
the Get Out was obviously the highlight of that clip.
Yeah.
It was,
Right, which was
undeniably clear. That was good.
Yeah,
well, and here's the fantastic part is I've actually reviewed all my audio in the basement, which was 4 feet away from their audio in the basement, and that I didn't get that Get Out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Which speaks
and that's
to
the only device we got it onto because we had your recorder, we had one, I think that was Zach's recorder.
Yeah.
That we got to Get Out on, and we had 3 cameras down there.
Oh yeah. So let me give you a concept, Joe. Between everything PPIT had, everything PPIT had, and everything Audra and I had, we've got prisons with less monitoring equipment.
Yeah.
And we probably had video, audio in the basement alone, a minimum of 3 different cameras and 4 different audios plus the FLIR, just in the basement alone. Yeah.
Well, that's a great point, Chris. So, I mean, if you've got multiple recorders running and it only shows up on one, again, it takes away from a physical sound wave, which would have traveled to all recorders. So, excellent point.
Yeah, at varying levels, anything capturing audio, cameras would have got it.
Would have caught it, right.
Yeah. Shameless plug. If you want to see the whole basement, you can go to my YouTube channel and see the whole basement setup, all the cameras. There's a little plug there, you know.
Ash jumping right to the shameless plug section.
We had a lot of cameras down there, a lot of recorders.
Oh God, we had
the laser grid down there.
There was one point where Zach was having trouble getting a camera connected. I went, dude,
you're good.
You're good.
Puppy. We had the REM pod down there.
Yeah. We had that basement well covered. And during while we were down there, we also had the SLS, which is run off of that iPad right there.
Right next to the drug money.
Yeah.
Yep, I was about to say it, Chris, but you beat me to it.
All right, guys, here's another one. Here we go.
Can you tell us how many people you see in this room?
Yeah.
All right, StreamYard has done it once again.
I couldn't even hear it.
Okay, good. Because I'm like, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, it's a weird frequency. It's very like deep down. I don't know how to describe it. You know what it's like.
And you can see me, and I hear it actually, myself, and that's what I'm pointing because I'm hearing it come from above us.
It's going like something like that, right? I heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, that I did hear.
And at this point in the investigation, all of us were downstairs.
Yeah.
So there was nobody upstairs.
Yeah.
Let me do that again by sharing it instead of StreamYard who rapes our videos sometimes.
And of course, you see me reacting to it.
I got the eye roll. I got the eye roll, y'all. I got it.
Jeez, that's a bad word.
All right, here we go.
Can you tell us how many people you see in this room? Can you tell us how many people you see in this room?
Yeah.
Outside.
At midnight?
Yeah.
So that was recorded with my iPhone. All my batteries to my GoPros and all that died. It's the only thing I had left from my iPhone. And we listened to it when we first heard it, and it sounds like, I don't want to try a preconceived notion in your head, but it sounds kind of like turn around, turn around, turn around. Turn around, turn around, turn around, kind of, to me.
Yeah. But I was hearing something that sounded like conversation. We were doing an Estes session. Ron, that's the one where I think I sent you a private chat on where we were going to try and replace the SB7 with white noise generator.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which Heather said she could hear a conversation in there, and of course we had it set up to record it as well. But she couldn't make out what it was saying because it was just too fast. So that goes back to what y'all reported with Staticom, where you've had to slow things down.
Right.
But it did. I would say it kind of worked for us, but if we'd had the means to slow it down as she was listening to it, that probably would have, we probably would have yielded better results. But while we were sitting there, I'm hearing what sounds like conversation from above us, and that's what you see me reacting, and what Ash's camera picked up.
So let me play that one more time for everybody to hear. And Audra says it sounds like a bird from outside, but guys, let me remind you that it's probably at 1 a.m. at this time that we're all down in the basement.
We did hear an owl outside earlier, but it wasn't doing it that it wasn't doing it like that. But
right. So here we go. Let's play it again.
Can you tell us how many people you see in this room? Tell us how many people you see in this room?
There you go.
Yeah.
It could be explainable, but listen to the whole thing. I didn't hear anything like that the rest of the time during that recording.
Right. And yes, that was Audra.
Yeah, you could tell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Audra was asking the questions during the session. So.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, quick, if we can, shout out one of our new friends and a fantastic investigator from across the pond, Rachel Hughes, tuned into the show. She's still watching. But yeah, really sweet lady. We had to spend time with them when we were over there. So nice of her to show up tonight. We miss everybody over there too.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't like Audra.
Yeah, I was not the only female.
True. You were the one talking.
That's true too.
And the only Disney character.
And the only Disney character in the house.
Or maybe Heather, because she with the white noise generator, she was hearing something, just couldn't make it out. And maybe they were like, oh wait, she can hear us. Get her out, get her out, get her out. Yeah.
All right, so here's the next one. Scott helps us, Spirit helps Scott troubleshoot. Somebody has to. I'm sorry. All right, here we go.
Could be now. Okay, it could be the screen refresh too. Okay. Just to throw a possible explanation out there.
That was loud.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
We were having problems with one of the cameras, and I think we had to do a refresh rate adjustment on it, and
he agreed with you.
And it was like, yeah, that's a problem, dummy.
Yeah. Fix your shit.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got 4 more. This one's funny. So the relativity to this, y'all. So I haven't showed mine yet, but I actually have an EVP that I caught that called Everett an asshole. So this one kind of lines up with this one. It's hilarious. I can't wait to show it to you in a future show, but this one's fun. Here you go.
Okay.
That one actually cracks me up a little bit.
Yeah, that one's real easy to hear. How many people were there that night altogether?
Our entire team, which would have been 9, plus,
11.
Yeah, plus Chris and Alder. So yeah, 11.
Oh, that's probably the reaction you got. Was this in the beginning of the night?
God damn.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? God damn.
It also explains the get out. Jesus Christ, you got to.
That was good though.
And here is the next one. Here we go.
Differently?
Wow.
Is that a different leave, or you looped it? It's the second one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the first one's like leave, and then the second one's like leave.
Yeah. I feel like the first leave, there's another word in front of it, maybe.
Just. I heard like just leave. Like
okay, okay.
Like I don't know what it is, but there is another word in front of leave.
There's another word in front of the first leave. Yeah.
Here's another thing to look at. If you review the last 3 EVPs we just listened to, same voice.
Yep. Yep. Cranky old man.
Yep. Same voice in all 3.
Yep.
And here's an awesome fact about the Trivet Clinic. There is a pond back behind the house in the shape of a heart.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Trivet had it made for his wife on Valentine's Day in like 1936, 34, 36. He had them build a pond in the shape of a heart for his wife.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So he could very much still be there and say, get the fuck out of my house. So let's listen to that again. Here we go.
Yeah.
That first one was just leave now.
There's emotion behind that second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That first one I heard just leave now.
Oh yeah, I hear the just leave. I didn't hear the not, but I do hear the just leave. Yeah.
That's one that Zach had sent me. I'm not really sure where the recorder was for that one.
In the house.
No, Zach was supposed to be on the show with us tonight, but I had some stuff happen at home. Wasn't able to do it tonight. So
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about timing and relevance. So for 6 to 8 years before Dr. Trivett died, this was the actual only hospital up near Hamptonville, North Carolina. And anybody that's been into Hamptonville, North Carolina, you're about maybe an hour or less from the Virginia border. About an hour north of Statesville, North Carolina. I know most people are going, where the fuck is Statesville? But about an hour or less north, just south of the Virginia border. And then at the same time, this was it was an alcohol and recovery clinic at some time. It was an assisted living facility for older people at some time, and then it was abandoned for a while. And then they ended up there's a nursery that surrounds it, and the guy that owned the nursery was going to close down the nursery, and the two gentlemen that own it together now bought it from him, remodeled the Trivett clinic, and was going to use it as an Airbnb. So you go into this place and it's actually livable, except in the frickin' wintertime because there's no insulation on the walls. But you go into this thing and you can actually live in this frickin' house. There's beds in the bedrooms. There's furniture everywhere. There's a full functioning kitchen. There's a dining room. There's multiple TVs. Good board. There's a projection TV in the one the one living room. So you could actually live in this house today. But that's all the things that has been in the past. And it sat abandoned for a while, of course. But all of that is relative to what Scott and Ash have sent in for this next one. So talk about timing and relevance. Well, relevance anyway. Here we go.
Is that Laugh and the Let It Die the Same Voice?
That was okay. So that was also from Zach and Mike's first investigation there. What they got. There was supposed to be something else at the end of that.
Oh, sorry. Did I cut it off too soon?
Maybe.
Let Me Die wasn't enough.
I know. Yeah. There's something more towards the end as well.
Okay. Let me replay it. Here we go. Okay, I didn't hear that last part, but whoa.
Yeah, I mean, given the types of facilities that it's been in the past, I mean, I'm going to say it's probably residual, but it wouldn't be uncommon for someone who's getting a procedure done at the time, and aesthetics back then were not what they are today. So,
right. So, and who was that? Was that Zach, Mike, and Carrie that did that
I know
investigation?
it's Carrie. I know her laugh.
Carrie was involved with it, and I believe Charlotte Area Paranormal was involved as well. I'm looking through where I'm scrolling back through the messages from Zach to see. He told me who it was. But I believe it was Charlotte Area Paranormal.
Okay.
So on that, so
all right. So here is the last one, and this is a common phrase that we've all heard said numerous times. Here we go.
Yeah, so it's across from that. Yeah, right at the top of the street. Where do you want? I got a body camera. I got a digital recorder. Oh, okay. You want to take your body camera? Are you going to wear it? I thought about just using it as a static camera. We could do it like we did last time. Have it on that call. So go back.
There's two. There
is
after that. Yep.
And I think it says I'm scared.
Yeah.
I think it says I'm scared. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it says.
I think so too.
Great ear on both of you. That's what I was gonna.
So is that my voice in that clip, Scott?
That sounds like you.
yeah, I believe so.
I didn't say shit. Usually I go straight to the F-bomb.
No, but I love it that we got all the equipment and you hear somebody go, oh, shit. Shit, again.
These fuckers.
Yeah. We had to play it again.
Let's play that again. Here we go.
I know there's something there.
Yeah, so it's across from that. Yeah, right at the top of the street. Where do you want? I got a body camera. I got a digital recorder. Oh, okay. You want to take your body camera? Are you going to wear it? I thought about just using it as a static camera. We could do it like we did last time. Have it on that call. So go back.
Wow. I heard it that time.
Y'all got
I heard
shit.
I heard shit.
Know in our vetting sessions.
I heard like shit and then like a heavy like and then like the fucking something and I'm like
yeah.
We heard I'm scared.
I heard
what I heard.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Really, I didn't hear that at all.
I'm scared.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
That shit.
You will never hear me say I'm scared in an investigation, so that wasn't fucking me.
No, they'll probably say, shit, here they come again. Let's see what fucking questions they're going to ask us now. I'm scared.
Yeah, same shit.
I'm so
every time.
tired of this.
Yeah. That was good. That was good.
It was. Yeah. It's a great place.
It is a fantastic place to investigate. And if EVPI ever comes back down, which you better.
That would be a good place for you guys.
I would love to see Staticom in the Trivet Clinic.
Mm-hmm.
I would love.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
That would.
Well, if you've learned anything tonight, if you bring snacks, they will come.
We have a place to stay, and I promise there will be food. How's that?
You know, I got to mention it just because you just said that. But Roger, anytime he has us come and do Staticom, which the last one got canceled last minute just because of complications, understandable. But he always bribes us with snacks. And Roger said to me, I'm so sorry it got canceled last minute. Please accept my apology. I'm like, Roger, don't worry about it. He goes, but the good news is I have snacks for you.
Here's the best part is we all know that's not for Cherie. We've seen how little Cherie is.
Cherie doesn't eat much, which is good for me because when we go out to dinner, her plate's like still 3/4 full, and I'm like, "You gonna eat that?"
That's awesome.
Ghosts call him the harassment.
If I do that, you end up looking, my size there, Tony.
It's happening. Trust me. Cherie's like, you may want to cut back a little bit because it's. I'm rounding out.
Well, I always tell people I'm in shape. Round is
shape. Yeah.
I used to tell people, those guys on GQ have a 6-pack. I have a keg. I've got a big. All right, so we have reached the point in the show, Ash and Scott. We called this shameless plugs. So here's your chance. Tell us where you're at. It's named Shameless for a reason. Don't hold back.
Oh,
Cut
no.
loose. Here you go.
Go ahead, Scott. 'Cause I got
of course, you can find us on our website, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. That's the and Instagram. I have not focused a lot on that one until here recently because, quite frankly, I forgot to set it up. We're all the clips that you've seen tonight. We're going to be getting those uploaded as well. They should be up within probably in the next couple of days. I would say about right, Ash. About 1 or 2 days to get that all up and running. And we are currently involved in a residential investigation. We go back out there. We've already been out once. Going back out this Saturday. Chris and Alder are going to join us. We got a lot of activity going on there. But Ash is our case manager on that one. So, and then one of the features of our website is we have a section in there that says, "Hey, come investigate with us." Where we'll get people to sign up, and we're going to take them out to Montgomery House. So, I think I've got enough now for about 2 investigations.
Nice.
So we're going to have to get that scheduled up soon before it gets too cold.
Let's wait till December, fucker.
Last November is when we went last.
Yeah. So we're going to try and get them in here soon. But right now the priority is that residential. We've got some stuff going on with that one. So.
Oh yeah.
All right, Ash, spill the beans.
Hey, well, I do. My hobby is YouTube videos. I have a couple of YouTube channels. The one I started was Inspectors, obviously because the detective and Inspector sounded cool, and the .com wasn't bought yet. So inspectorsparanormal.com, and I have my whole Trivic clinic experience. I made a whole video that's on my channel if you want to watch it. And some other little goofy stuff and stuff I do like that. I have a bunch of other stuff. I'm gonna go all out. I got a car channel. I talk about hot rods and stuff. Yeah, right here. Retired cops. We do car shows and drag races and stuff like that. But the ghost hunting stuff I do with Scott, I think we're going to try to kick it into higher gear as far as like getting videos and content out for people. And just like y'all are doing, try to bring everybody together, just pair unity stuff like that, and trying to highlight people and help people out best we can. If people know about us, they'll call us to help them, like this residential we got here going on. And I think I got a book coming out. I got a
nice
adult entertainment video coming out here soon. Deep Impact.
It's called Ash the Private Inspector.
The private inspector.
That's it. So you can go to like inspectorsparanormal.com or inspectorsparanormal@gmail.com or PPIT now.
Yeah. The movie's called Ash Inspect Her.
Yeah.
He liked that one. His eyes lit up.
What is yours?
I should have saved that for later.
Remind me to Inspect Her. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Rathman, what you got coming up?
Lots of
Snacks.
stuff. We have a few more weeks, but we've got the Superstition Mountain Museum. We're running Staticom.
Nice.
We've got the Orpheum Theater, which is just huge.
Yeah.
2 weekends, and that's all through actually Roger and Vinny's group, AZ Peers. But we get to run Staticom, which we got to do last year in Orpheum, which was just incredible. So looking forward to that again. We are working on multiple events to display more Staticom on the West Coast. I know Ron and Lourdes are covering the East Coast quite nicely, but we've got some really big plans in place to get this into some great areas, including one I never even thought of until recently. But I forgot we have this little place called Sedona where everybody from a spiritual perspective, and they love the idea. Then we've got Globe, a couple of other places, Jerome, that we're looking to bring it to. And then we got one more that I'm not ready to talk about yet. We're still working on details for it, but it's exciting stuff because I think these will go over very, very well.
Cognac?
Very cool.
Very cool. Cognac, what you got coming up?
We came off a weekend of rest after the UK trip. Coming up this coming weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Massachusetts Paracon, Mass Paracon. And then 2 weeks after that, both Fridays after that, the 18th and 25th, we're doing a place in Jersey, the Public House, which is in Chester, New Jersey. I think we sold it out the last 2 times we had done it. Saturday the 19th, we're doing, when you heard Chad and Jamie from Paranormal Lens from Jotniks, that place they talked about in Pennsylvania, Booby's Brewery. We're doing that the 19th.
That one's sold out.
Yeah. And then on the 26th,
I know, Boobies.
Yeah. We're going back to My Haunted Manor, USA in Columbia, PA on the 26th with Daryl Marston and Jeff and Trey Bader to do Staticom for that. And then the following weekend going into November is the Jersey Para Unity Expo, which is Saturday and Sunday, the 2nd and 3rd. And then we start slowing down a little. We have a couple more things throughout November, but December we started to slow down a little bit just because we're old and tired.
Cold.
Yeah. But we'll do more if you just reach out and send us snacks.
That's West Coast only.
Snack-a-cum.
If you're offering snacks, that's west side of the country.
All right, and for everybody watching, make sure you tune in tomorrow night to Seekers Chronicles, the Paranormal Historians, Anthony Simonelli, Kim Geyer, and Jenny Colucci's new show. Audra and I will be their first guests. We will talk about the history and the haunting of the Montgomery House here in North Carolina. Guys, the Montgomery House is open through
November.
The week before Thanksgiving. After that, we close down for the season and don't open back up until about March because it's too freaking cold. Because it is an 1830s plantation house and there is no insulation. So the temperature outside is usually about 10 degrees warmer than the temperature inside the house. So, and when you got to pee and there's no plumbing, cold just doesn't work for you. Right?
Explain to me what that is.
Cold? Yeah.
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 We're going into our season where all outdoor activities are now open. We're not there yet. It was 113 today, but
wow, 113.
Well, sorry, Tony. It was 78 degrees here today and windy. So
Got a little rain.
got a little bit of rain.
talk to me for the next 5 months when you're like, it's freaking 42 degrees. 80 here. What are you talking about?
42. No, sometimes we pray for 42.
Yeah, there are times. Yeah,
That's so cold for us, we can't survive. So,
Is he Tony like this?
all relative.
Yeah.
So, more importantly, make sure you tune in between 8 and 10 tomorrow for the Seekers Chronicles Paranormal Historians, not because Audra and I are on the show, because you get to hear about the history and the hauntings of the Montgomery House. And guys, you want to talk about a location that we need to make sure that we get people into and make sure we get historical places on the map so we can keep them going and keep them running. This is a perfect example. It's a small town at the base of the Uwharrie Mountains, a small location that we got to keep going so our history doesn't dissolve and go away. Beautiful area. So not because we're on it,
but if we watch, we get to see how you're doing.
How you doing? You get to see Anthony Simonelli. Episode one of his new podcast. So guys, make sure you tune in. Jenny Colucci and Kim Geyer are going to be on there too. It's not just Simonelli, right?
Yeah.
So make sure you tune in for that. And then Saturday night, we will be joining Ash and Scott and the PPIT team for a private investigation. Unfortunately, we won't be broadcasting that live because it's a pretty intense private location. So, but we definitely are staying involved in the paranormal, guys. All of us here.
Yep.
So, thank you guys for joining us again. Thank you guys. Thanks, Ash. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, everybody watching. We appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Like I said, with you guys here, it makes us so much better. But at the same time, we'd probably do it if nobody watched anyway because we have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fantastic. Ash, welcome to EVPI, brother. We hope you come back, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And we will see you guys on Saturday. Remember, guys, pray for the mountains of North Carolina. They've been through a lot. They've gone through some hell, and they're nowhere near to recovering from what they've been through, guys. So if you can help, you can't. If you can't help, please do. If you can't, please send prayers for those up there that are still without contact, without help, that they make it through and we don't lose any more life here in North Carolina due to that damn hurricane that came through.
Be wary of scams. People wanting money and stuff for the mountains.
Yes.
Be careful about that. Go to trustworthy charities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do a report about that. I just
right. Yeah. So make sure that if you do give, it's to something that's actually going to those people that actually need the help. There are hundreds of thousands of people still cut off with no food, no water, no help, no electricity, no way to contact anybody. Make sure you reach out to those people. A lot of people, guys. And the one thing that we want to make, we all go out and we do paranormal investigations. We do what we can do. We love people that talk about paraunity like PPIT and Ash the Inspector. Guys, paraunity doesn't just include going out and doing investigations and keeping the research going and making sure that we get the evidence going so we progress everything that we've put into this community. Paraunity also means taking care of those people that need it when they need it, right? And while the rest of us will do everything we can to collect this evidence and stay haunted, the last thing we want to do is those in need to be that way and stay haunted. All right, guys, have a good week. We'll see you next Monday. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye. Bye.
Can you give me a name? What's your name?